This is it?
Yeah, isn't it great?
It's a shithole.
And that's going to set the tone for this whole movie. Welcome to Spicy Reviews with Spicy Pickle Panda. In this episode, we're reviewing Carnage, the Legend of Quiltface, or at least that's what it says on the cover. There's an intro before the feature where they're trying to get us all jacked up for the horror flick, and they refer to the movie as Pure Carnage, the Legend of Quiltface. But when you're watching it and the credits roll in the beginning, it clearly says Carnage Road. You can see we're off to a great start. It's never a good sign when a movie has multiple titles. But before we get to the movie, don't worry, it's not about a sponsor because I don't have one. I have to show you the introduction by Scott Leff. It's about a minute long and worth every cringe-inducing second. But if you can't handle it, I'll put the time down here so that you can skip past it.
Welcome again, gorehounds, to another twisted tale in the Brain Damage Files. The legend of Quiltface is true, and the stories of his murders legendary. Anyone foolish enough to incite his wrath will learn that every path leads to carnage. These four students on a class project collide head-on with terror as they are tormented and tortured one by one. There is no way out, and no one is safe. No one is spared, and no one is left. Turn down the lights. Crank up the volume. This is Pure Carnage, the Legend of Quiltface.
So the movie starts and we are introduced to two random characters who are obviously not going to be with us that long. The boyfriend has brought the girlfriend out to the desert and shown her their new home, a dilapidated building. She's not impressed. So to try to warm her up to the idea, he's like, stand in front of it and we'll take some pictures, and turns out that gets her horny. So, you know what that means? An excuse for nudity, which almost guarantees their deaths. Soon after she loses her top, we realize the POV we've been sharing this whole time has been Quiltface's, and he proceeds to kill them, but not before he lets out a horrific shriek, alerting them to his presence. Apologies in advance, had to blur the first part of the video because of the boobs. The credits start to roll, and we get greeted with this music that is like upbeat and menacing at the same time, like alternating back and forth. It's like, everything's okay. Maybe not. Then it's off to meet our main characters, Linda and Robert, who are just waking up in bed.
I hate that alarm clock.
It can't be time to get up already. I can't.
Get moving. You gotta make us late, Robert.
Oh, yes, I know, Linda, because we have the photo shoot for photography class. Oh, thrills.
Then she takes a shower.
What the hell are you showered for?
I wanna be clean for the photos.
2 minutes out there, you're gonna be sweating like a pig.
Believe it or not, no nudity in that shower scene. Then they are picked up by my favorite character, the driver.
Is you the idiots wanting to go to the desert?
Cut to my least favorite character, Mike.
Hi, I'm Mike. I sit behind you in class.
Yeah, I know. I've been smelling your bad breath all year.
And that's pretty much all you need to know about those two. So they take the ride out to the desert, and our driver starts to tell them about some weird occurrences and happenings going on where they're headed.
Sounds so cliche.
And of course, they don't believe him.
That has gotta be the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, maybe. He sewed garden tool to his crotch, and now he's hose dick.
Or sheer slong.
That's kind of funny.
And after one of the longest car rides in existence, they finally get to where they're going.
Go on, get out. I ain't got all day.
We'll just take this designated route right here.
We'll be lost in no time.
We'll take it straight in, and then we'll just take it straight back out.
Is there a bathroom?
And they proceed to walk into the desert for the day with absolutely no water, no umbrellas for shade. I don't think I saw one of them apply sunscreen. I've come to the conclusion we're not dealing with the brightest bunch. They eventually find a place good enough.
Nice. Right here. This looks good right here.
It looks the same as it's looked for the last half mile. Rocks and sand.
So they finally take some pictures, and then we're introduced to this guy.
I smell blood in the air. God help anyone who's in this dusty graveyard today.
Back to our group taking pictures, and Quiltface makes some noise, and Mike thinks it's a good idea to investigate.
What the hell?
Ah! Holy shit! Holy shit, there's a snake back there!
False alarm. Too bad, too. I thought we were going to get rid of him. Cut to the driver and the van breaking down on him. Nothing much else to show here besides his temper tantrum.
God damn.
Meanwhile, Mike thinks it's a good idea to spend some time away from the group, which turns out to be a bad idea.
I am Quiltface. I'll cut your head off. I'm Mike. No, you won't. Ah, I'm Sammy. I love you, Mike. I know you do. What the hell? Great. First it's a snake, now it's bird shit.
They soon realize that Mike's missing, so they go looking for him and find Quiltface instead.
Come on, Mike!
Come on. I don't think that's Mike.
Sure it is.
Run! Run!
So, while Brian and Lynn run away, Quiltface captures Sam and takes her back to his hut.
Thank you.
In another part of the desert, Linda wants to rest, but Brian is losing his mind.
It's not my fault! God almighty, you're the one that got us out here in the first place!
I know, damn it.
I wanted to go to Las Vegas! You drag us out of this hellhole thing, fucking shitty bitch! You blame me? Fuck you!
And another cameo from Flannel Man.
Yeah. Somebody's in trouble out there. God, I love the smell of fresh blood in the morning. Yeah, they'll end up here. They always end up here.
Quillface finally tracks him down, and Brian's genius plan is he's going to fight Quillface while Linda runs away.
Come on!
No.
Come on, Quillface!
No.
Linda, not yet! Linda! Come on! Come on, you son of a bitch!
No. I gotta go!
Quillface! Quillface!
And Brian is dead, and we are down to our final girl.
No. I have money. Do you want money? Here you go. Go ahead. Yeah. See, I have more. Oh shit, I don't have more. See? It's good. Come on, it's okay.
Sounds so cliche.
Man, she can really hit the high notes, huh? After making short work of Linda, Quillface celebrates with a little dance. Now I know what you're thinking. Everyone's dead. Movie over. But you'd be wrong. Apparently Brian is still alive after having a machete buried in his skull. The same thing that killed Sam. He basically just wanders around the desert until he comes across Flannel Man's camp of campers.
Hey, how you doing, young man?
He sits down with the guy and he's being all weird and cryptic.
Some bodies were found up in Rattlesnake Ridge last year. Coroner said some wild animal chewed him up. The man don't know crap from Crisco.
Then, out of nowhere, Quiltface shows up, and the old man shoos him away like a raccoon in his garbage.
Hey, go on! Get out of here! We're open a can of whoop ass on you!
Seems like things are looking up for Brian. The old man is headed into town, and he can hitch a ride.
Oh, God. I need you to give me a write it down. I'll pay you anything, please. Oh, don't worry about it. I gotta go to town for shit paper anyway. God, thanks, man.
But pretty soon, Brian finds out the old man can't be trusted.
Why don't you drop that pipe? Drop it!
You crazy!
You're right for the first time!
Did he just punch himself in the head? Easy, big fella. You could at least buy him dinner first. Brian gets free. Apparently they can sew, but they can't tie a knot. Quiltface sees this and throws another temper tantrum before giving chase. He catches up with him, and our final battle takes place. Use your words. That's right. Sound it out. Brian somehow not only makes it to the road, but the exact location that the van broke down.
Let's go!
Oh shit! Oh my god! Ah! Oh fuck, dude!
All seems safe on the way back to town, but when our driver stops to drop a deuce, things take a turn for the worse.
Alright, I'll be right back. You'll smell it sooner or later.
And he drives off with our boy Brian unconscious in the back seat. After that, a little roll call, 80s style, and then the credits. And that was Carnage, The Legend of Quillface. Instead of talking about all the bad acting, overacting, and worse camera angles, I want to focus on what I consider to be the movie's main problem, their killer. He looks to be 80 pounds soaking wet in a jumpsuit, which is hard to do. When someone wears a jumpsuit, it looks like they gained a few pounds, so you can imagine how small this guy really is. I'm not saying size is everything, but it's a contributing factor to intimidating someone. On to the special effects budget. They had a cheap Spirit Halloween mask and 2 prop machetes, one of which had a crescent moon cut out of it, which gets me to the next thing I want to complain about, how every kill was more or less the same. And speaking of the same, Brian and Amy sustained the same injury, but only killed Amy. It reminds me of a student film, like they had to shoot a movie to pass the course, much like the plot of a desert photo shoot. In short, they didn't want to do it, but they did want to do it. You know, like maybe we'll get something out of this. You could tell they really wanted to give it a Hills Have Eyes feel too, with a Texas Chainsaw aftertaste. I mean, for Christ's sake, they mentioned both films on the cover, or I should say, they mentioned on the cover that Cold Fusion Video said that Carnage was a true homage to both films. Apparently not everyone feels the same as I do, though. It did win the B Movie Merit Award for Best Villain in Special Effects. What? Stated on bmovie.com. Alright, the audacity of them. I could just imagine what it was up against. And Slasher Mansion said that this is what people want to see. This is what people want to see. Okay, Slasher Mansion. I don't think anybody wants to see a bunch of people wander around the desert and basically get killed in the exact same way, one after another. It was actually kind of boring. They say it's the director's best work. I don't know about all that. Well, I mean, Thray.com says it's excellent. The director, Massimiliano Circe, or he goes as Max. In his defense, this is his 5th movie. The ones before that being Brain Master in 1993, Satan Claus in 1996, Hellringer 97, Kendall Ransom Bounty Hunter in 98, and then in 2000, Carnage Road. by the looks of things, it's a lot of low budget horror, but the guy has stayed relatively active. I mean, he's still making movies to this day. IMDb's last credit is from 2023 for a film called Adrenaline. It only has 2.7 stars, but hey, that doesn't mean everything, right? It might not be too bad, but kudos to him for keeping his dream alive. And that about does it for Carnage, The Legend of Quiltface. I hope you enjoyed the time you spent with me here today on the Project Express. If you liked anything you saw or heard, please hit like. If you want to know when I post new videos, hit subscribe. It really helps and is greatly appreciated. This is Spicy Pickle Panda saying, stay out of the road.